Today I'll be reviewing Anth's gameplay patch version 2.1. I've been playing this for a while. I think I've played around like 4 or 5 matches. So I'll be starting with this League 2 team, which is, as you can see, it's pretty bad. It's like average 60 rated team. And obviously I'm playing against a giant Manchester City. And this is always how I like to test, gameplay patches. I want to see like a matchup between the worst and the best to see like, okay, how bad can it be and how good can it be. But obviously I'm on default sliders except for injury frequency and power bar. Alright, let's start a match. And this is in Legendary. I think you saw that already. Ooh, the game is too loud. I'm just gonna mute the game. Alright. So, yep. The game flow, I feel like it's good, especially considering that if it's too slow, then the game gets all glitchy. The physics engine obviously cannot hold like slow frames. There's not enough animation frames to do that. Okay, that's fine. I like the first touch ability difference here, but yeah, all in all, I guess I'll just keep playing and let you know some of this, I guess, the issues of this patch. Because this patch does a lot of great things as a base. I think it's very fantastic. And I know a lot of people complain that there isn't enough crossing, but I personally don't face that issue. Like most team usually cross against me, and there's a good amount of long shots too by the CPU. Yeah, I like the way the aggression by the CPU in general makes the game much more tenser and gives you less time to think, which is how football is in real life. So that's fine. But like, I don't know, I feel like it's too easy to pass with like players like this, shouldn't be able to pass like that accurately. I think this passing is perfect for our team like Man City. If I was Man City and I passed like that, it's perfect. But maybe it wouldn't be bad to have more error, especially if like I bet like most of these doesn't have a passing ability greater than like 70. So, but they're pinging the ball like they're David Beckham or Xavi. So want to see more error in that. Like through pass, like has good enough error. I think that's in times though, and also like it's easy to tackle like players like Grealish and Foden. Like I just, it's just they take very poor touches for a player that caliber, and and I think another problem is that the tackling ability doesn't take account that much. I can easily like tackle with anyone, and it most of the time it's perfect tackle. Like let's look at that again. So just imagine these players don't have a tackling ability of greater than like 70, and I guess let's zoom in here. As you can see, this is pretty crazy. Like the way they just slide, like tackle like that. Like prime Maldini. Alright. I guess, yeah. Like, the pass is just... Okay. You do see some errors, which I like. Okay, that's a good finish. I think the shooting is perfect. I don't think it needs to be touched any more. Good variation between good shooter and bad shooter. Like this aggression by the AI. Not sure why it's not a foul. Like, see, like, let's look at that again. Like, I think that's one of the things. If there's like less error for top players and more first touch error for bad players, I think that will increase the gap between like a team like Crew Alexander and a team like Man City. So let's look at his first touch again. Grealish wouldn't, and then there's a perfect tackle again. So there's like two imbalances right here. First of all, Grealish makes a horrendous first touch constantly. Like, it wouldn't make sense if players that caliber makes that kind of first touch error if they have a really bad day. Like, they make it like 4 or 5 times per match, and in a good day they'll make it like once or twice. But this is like almost like 90%, 80% that these players are making this kind of error. And look at this guy. He doesn't have any tackling ability, but he just makes like the perfect tackle, like his prime Maldini. So that's obviously needs some balancing. Good shielding there, but I mean, I guess I don't know his strength, but if he has good strength, that makes sense. And also, like passes like this, you would expect that to happen. Let's look at this again. Like, that's a good first touch error because he's a bad player. But passes like that, it's fine. I think the pass is fine. It's just that the interception is too good. Like, this player just read him like, you know, he's Conte or something, right? And that should not happen for these kind of players. Like, they should not be reading like top passes like that, like, you know. Alright, so that is one thing that needs some balancing. Oh, he got a red card? Alright. But all in all, I like the base of the match. Like, the match just feels fun. Like, if you just think like, okay, these are like two, like, I don't know. Let's just assume like they're two like Premier League teams. Like high Premier League teams, right? The scoreline makes sense. The error makes sense, right? And all these make sense if they were like very high Premier League teams, but obviously there's a huge difference between Man City and Crew Alexander. And I think that's what I guess the next version needs to fix. I mean, we got a excellent base. Like, this base is fantastic. I think the best base so far. It just needs some balancing between like on those two areas, like passing, well, 3 areas: passing, tackling, and first touch. So it needs some balancing, and then we have a pretty good, probably the best gameplay mod, just gameplay in general, since FIFA 16. So yeah, I would say that this would even be better than FIFA 17 if we get to that stage. But yeah, let's watch this again. All right, let's review this. All right, so good first time pass by Foden. That is very realistic. I like that, because a player of that caliber in a tactic of Pep Guardiola is gonna pass like that. That's perfect. But now let's look at Haaland, the best striker in the world right now. You know, it's no question. Let's see his first touch. Like, what, he just didn't. He just got dispossessed by this player like he's nothing, right? Like, first of all, the first touch is okay. It's a little bit too heavy for a player that caliber. It's a little bit too heavy for a player that caliber, but he didn't he didn't like try extra. He didn't put any effort to retain the ball. He's just like, okay, whatever, you can have the ball, right? And this player just got the ball and just bodied Haaland, you know, physically, which not even Premier League defenders can do, let alone League 2 defenders. So that makes the game too easy against like top teams. You can just body them. take the ball away. But, you know, those kind of things needs balance. And I'm not worried about that, I think. And, you know, we'll fix this issue pretty easily. And this, okay, these 2 tackles, I didn't even press any button. I mean, you can hear my loud ass keyboard, right? These are auto tackles. And I like auto tackles. I mean, I know, like pro player or whatever, esport junkies, they don't like auto tackle. I love auto tackle. But this just isn't realistic. Like, because, first of all, it's Holland, right? And I just auto tackled him and he just like instantly just grabbed the ball once, like perfectly measured to no error, and then De Bruyne who just grabbed the ball like him. Like, it's just insane how these like very low rated like I think the guy's Thomas who's done that. And look at his defending 60, right? And his tackling is probably, let's look at his tackling stat. His tackling is, it's like 60 and 50. Yeah, 60. And does he have strength? 72. Nope. Not as much as like the other 2 players. So this is kind of crazy to think about it. Okay, why didn't Holland shoot there? Because he took a very heavy touch, right? Is it a heavy touch? That's the reason why he didn't shoot? Yeah, that's a very heavy touch. And I think that kind of screwed him over. Because there's like the FIFA logic, I guess, doesn't, you know, when you have that much error, that's not good. But yeah, so those are my thoughts so far. I'll play another match, and this time with Man City. Like look at my pass accuracy compared to Man City's. It's kind of insane. And yeah, and only 3 shots against Crew Alexander. It's kind of, you know, nuts. And the type of passes they made, you know, no lob through. Okay, that makes sense. They're Man City. Okay. But let's restart the match again. Same match, but I'll just choose sides. Alright, let me choose the different side. Now Man City. And let's see how Crew Alexander League 2 team performs against the mighty Man City. Who in real life would demolish this team like in double digits, like 10, 12-0 probably. But they'll probably never match up. Okay, Grealish, he cannot get past Mellor. He's the regen of Abidal or someone. Or Danny Elvis. Alright, Grealish again. Match up with Mellor again. Oop, got dispossessed again. Yep. And that was a very direct pass, wasn't it? Let's look at this pass again. Yep, look at these direct pass there. Perfectly weighted. It's almost like a Fabregas pass, honestly. So, yeah, like I'm just passing the ball right now, and honestly, it doesn't feel as different as when I was passing with Crew Alexander. But man, like these kind of mistakes is amazing though. This is a very good mod as a base. And that's the hardest to get right. You know, the base like game. I think you can always tweak things just to get that perfect difference between a good player and a bad player, but just the initial like feeling of the game and you know how exciting a football match can be. This is good at resonating that. Alright. The thing is I can't just dribble. I'm trying to dribble past these guys. And in real life I would be able to if I was Grealish or Foden, but I am not in this mod. Okay, why is they're so fast? That guy was fast. Okay, How is Ruben not like you? I showed you earlier that the other guy is like the defender I was controlling before tackled like Holland like he's nothing. But let's watch this defense by Ruben again. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this could happen, I guess, right? But honestly, like I don't feel the difference between like a top defender and a bad defender. Oh, he's faster than. Wait, this guy's faster than AK. He just outpaced him, and I'm holding shift. AK, is he slow? Oh, he's actually not that fast. Okay. Well, 80 acceleration, but they probably. Yeah, I'll give that a pass. I think speed difference between slow player and fast player. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. I don't. There's not a lot of speed difference as well. Like I was playing earlier and Haaland was two on goal and someone caught me from behind. So that is one thing. Okay, nice pass. Nice pass from De Bruyne, as expected. Skip. Oh god. What is the keyboard key for this? Let's see. He almost got, outpaced there, Holland. Um, yeah, honestly, I think regardless of the sprint speed and the pace of a player, they get like this boost whenever they're defending, which I don't like. It's very like PES 24 ish. I don't like that. Okay, that was good dribbling. How's crossing? Alright. Miss hit that, but yeah, I think those are my three uh, things that could be worked on in the next version, and I think this could be the best FIFA game since FIFA 16. Honestly, like the base is fantastic. Like there's some stuff that is beautiful. So if it's just the balancing is required, and then we have a fantastic game on our hands. So, yeah, again, the three things are the difference between good and bad play when it comes to, I guess, tackling. That way, you have a reason to have players like Thiago Silva or, I don't know, Maldini in his prime rather than some League 2 defenders. And secondly, passing needs more differentiation between good and bad passer, which I think should be possible, and that will make it more like, you have to think more about team management, because as of right now, like with this current state, I can probably buy any player and they'll be able to fill that spot, and I can make any player be Fabregas if I want to, which is only to prevent that if there's like it takes account of like long passing and short passing more. That would be nice. And the third one is, I guess, goalkeeper would be nice if they have more balance. What is that by Holland? I don't know, but yeah, that is one. And then obviously, like you saw, the interception. I feel like interception and blocking, the AI does a lot of that. And obviously, like the first touch error between good and bad player, it's too much first touch error, and then you get dispossessed physically very easily. And yeah, I think that's it.